Welcome to our Compassion Works for All children's videos. And we have more on our Just Us Friends website. But here are some friends that we've spent time with before. All the ducks and geese that have grown up together, and they swim and they play together. A lot of families that have grown close, cousins, brothers and sisters. And in the summer they love to swim. And in the winter they love to skate on the ice and play ice hockey. And they have a really happy life. And all the boy ducks and geese, they dream of becoming professional swimmers and professional ice hockey players. And they practice all the time. And they talk to each other about their favorite superstars all the time. And they go to sleep at night having dreams of what they will be someday. But Mac has a different dream. And sometimes it's a little hard for Mac to feel like he fits in. Let me show you Mac. Do you see that white duck and the brown duck with spots right there in the middle, all by himself? Well, that's Mac, the brown duck with spots. Right now he's feeding on the bottom. Mac has a dream too. Mac's dream is to be a violinist and to play in the symphony. And so while all the other ducks and geese are honking away, talking about their favorite ice hockey stars and their favorite swimmers, Mac doesn't say anything, because one time he did say something and everybody else laughed at him. He said, well, I like swimming and skating on the ice too, but what I love is violin music. And what I would love to be is a violinist and to play in the symphony. And everybody laughed. They even made fun of him. And there are a couple of geese that are bullies, and they chased him around the water. He went home and he told his dad one day, will you please get me a violin? I want to learn to play the violin so that I can play in the symphony. And his dad threw up his hands and said, oh my goodness. Later, he went and told his mother, and she said, oh, Mac, I just don't know. Don't you like swimming and playing ice hockey with all the other ducks and geese? And he said, well, yes. But he got the message and he was embarrassed. And he never mentioned it again. Mac was at school one day, and a new friend came and tutored him in reading, because he has trouble reading. And after a couple visits with his new friend, who was always so kind and wonderful to him, he said to her in a whisper, "I have a dream, and I want to play the violin so I can play in the symphony." And his new friend, his tutor in reading, who was always so kind, she said to him, "Mac, that's a wonderful idea." Because what she knew is that we all have different dreams and different gifts inside of us. We're all meant to do different and wonderful things. And if we try to be like everybody else, we may not ever be so good at that. But if we listen to our own self and follow our own dream, a dream that makes us happy and to feel peaceful whenever we think about it, then living that dream, following that path, becoming our true self, helps us to find happiness and to live the life that we have within us, a deep knowing that we're supposed to live. If we don't live our dream, we feel sad, and we may even have a lot of difficult emotions trying to figure out how to feel peaceful and happy. But when we do what makes us feel fulfilled and like it's the perfect thing for us to do, it becomes the most important thing in the world. Now, someday Mac might change his mind. He may learn how to play the violin and do very well, but one day he may say, "I think I want to be an artist," or "I think that I want to be an ice skater." But that will be Mac's to decide. Now he says, "I want to play the violin." And his new friend will help support him and cheer him on for as long as she is there. But then he'll take those words and put them in his own heart, and even if she's not there anymore to support him and cheer him on, he will know how to do it all by himself. He will speak to himself those words of support, cheer himself on, no matter what it is that he decides to do in his life. We need to listen to ourself, to our own truth, to what is right and good for us and that brings us peace. And then we can offer all those special gifts that we each have throughout the rest of our life. Thank you for listening to yourself and to giving your gifts to all the rest of us in the world.